My side, is it?
Yeah. Somebody's side it is coming. It is still coming. So I don't know, maybe it is from you.
ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च
So we were doing the Samandha Bhashya before the mantra 20.
Yeah, one of you can come online.
Yeah.
One of you can call names and Meera, if you can do that. Whoever is next, yeah. Premaji, you can join. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, Guruji, I'm on.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Guruji?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. So let us chant number 19. Yeshate gnirnachiketasvargyah
Eshate gnir-nachiketa swargyah
yamavranitha dvitiyena varena
yamavranitha dvitiyena varena
etamagnim tavaiva pravakshanti janasaha
etamagnim tavaiva pravakshanti janasaha
tritiyam varam nachiketo vrinishva.
tritiyam varam nachiketo vrinishva.
Now let's read the Sambandha Bhaashyam. Etavadhi. Etavadhi. This is the Sambandha Bhaashyam to number 20. So this is post 19. Post 19.
Post 19. Okay.
19 Bhaashyam.
Okay. Yata purvasmat karma gocharata.
26th page, Premaji.
26th. Okay.
Etavadhi.
Why am I not finding it?
Atikrantena.
Atikrantena.
Vidhi pratishedharthena.
Vidhi pratishedharthena.
Mantra brahmanena.
Mantra brahmanena.
Avagantavyam.
Avagantavyam.
Yat varadvaya suchitam vastu.
Yad varadvaya suchitam vastu.
Full stop. Na atma tattva.
Na atma tattva.
Vishaya yathatmya vijnanam.
Vishaya yathatmya vijnanam.
Aha.
Aha.
Vidhi pratishedhartha.
Vidhi pratishedhartha.
Vishayasya.
Vishayasya
Atmani
Atmani
Kriyakaraka Phala
Kriyakaraka Phala
Adhyarupalakshanasya
Adhyaropana Lakshanasya
Swabhavikasya
Swabhavikasya
Ajnanasya
Ajnanasya
Samsarabijasya
Samsarabijasya
Nivrityartham
Nivrityartham
Tadviparita
Tadviparita
Brahmatma Ekatva Vijnanam
Brahmatma Ekatva Vijnanam
Kriyakaraka Phala
Kriyakaraka Phala
Adhyaropana Lakshana Shunyam
Adhyaropana Lakshana
Shunyam
Shunyam
Atyantika
Atyantika
Ishreyasa Prayojanam
Nishreyasa Prayojanam
Vaktavyam
Vaktavyam He
Uttaraha Granthaha Arabhyate.
Uttaraha Granthaha Arabhyate.
Yeah, we pause with that. So this is where we were in the last class. We completed the Bhaashyam of the 19th mantra 1.1.9, and then we mentioned that Shankaracharya is giving an introduction, a sambandham, which is not small compared to all the previous sambandha bhashyams we've studied so far. And turns out this is a sambandham, an introduction not just to mantra number 20. It is an introduction that separates all the mantras we have studied so far with everything else that is going to appear going forward. Okay, the topics are entirely different. That is the message of this Sambandha Bhashya. Okay, and so he's going to use some technical words which we will make an attempt to understand, and in the process we will understand what is moksha, what is Advaita Vedanta. All these things will become clear as we begin to understand this. Okay, so he's saying that our life is a series of following do's and don'ts. Our life is what? Define. Suppose somebody says, talk about yourself. Means you can say, I went here, I went there, I grew up here, okay? I went to Bengaluru, or I went to Kolar gold fields. I studied there for some years. Then my parents moved to Assam, and because he was in the railways, and then he was in the railways, and then we went there. I studied there, and finally I went to college in Chennai. Then I went like this. I went, I did, I went, I did, I went, I did, I went, I did, I went, I did. Correct? And then I got married, and then I had children, and then my children then did the same thing that I did. They went to school, and then they went to college, and etc. This entire life is like this. Do's and don'ts. Okay, I did. What about don'ts? I didn't say any don'ts at all. Yeah, don'ts also constantly there. And the minute you become 50, 55, 60, then the number of don'ts, somehow astronomically seems to go up. And doctor onwards, children onwards tell you what you should do and what you should not do. Mom, you don't know how to eat. You have to eat nutritious food. You're now not like you used to be. Okay. And then all this sprouted beans and this and that things, insipid items, you're not used to all this, and then you end up eating all these things. Don't eat fried foods. Don't eat fried foods. What is it? You used to make all fried foods, and now you're saying don't eat fried foods. Yeah, it's not good for you. And this fat and that fat and bad LDL and HDL and this and that. Constantly there is something or the other. What you should do, what you should not. Even the door is to be locked. There is a correct way to lock the door. There is the wrong way to lock the door. You keep doing this, especially those who come from America and all. This entering into the car is always a problem. This side or that side? No. This is the driver's side. Wait. That is, which side is the passenger side? That side or no? So he has to make a pradakshina. Whether he goes to a temple and does pradakshina or not, this fellow will do pradakshina of the car. Taxi, every taxi on pradakshina will be done, because it's not clear where is the passenger seat. This guy doesn't know. It will take him 2, 3 days, 4 days to get used to. Then after hiring enough taxis, then he will get used to it. So this is constant. This is the right way to do it. This is the wrong way. Do it this way. Don't do this way. And you go to the gas station, petrol station, you have to decide whether you want diesel or petrol. So that also you have to decide. All that is constant. Constant. You have to be alert. And this is called, he's going to use the word vidhi. Vidhi means do this. This is the way to do it. Vidhi pratishedha means don't do that. Satyam vada. Okay. Alritam na bruyat. Satyam vada. Speak the truth. Be truthful to who you are and your value system. Satyam vada. And then anritam na bruyat. Don't speak anything that is false. Is not correct. Anritam na bruyat. Don't. So vidhi dharmam chara, and then anritam na bruyat. Don't lie. Don't bend the truth. All these things are coming. Okay. Himsam na kuryat. Very famous statement in our culture. It's very, very important. Himsam na kuryat. It's also, other cultures also, it's important. Golden rule, they say. Golden rule means what? Don't do to others what you would not do to yourself. That's a golden rule. And so it's good. And so himsam na kuryat. So is it vidhi or pratisheda? It has to be pratisheda, because don't do something. Vidhi, kalanjam na bhakshayet. Don't eat meat. Especially who are in this track of trying to study the Shastram and understanding what's what. For them, they become more sensitive. Therefore, meat consumption is not necessary. One can survive without consuming meat. And live reasonably long life also without consuming meat. So, kalanjam na bhakshayet, na swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. May you not be indifferent to the study of Vedas. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Look at the way. Don't ignore your Veda, like that it says. Pratisheda, correct? Deva pitrikarya na pramaditavyam. Deva karya, pitrikarya, don't ignore. Just because they are not alive and they're gone. And instead of saying, thank God they are gone, hey, at least once in a while, keep them in your mind, bring them and do the Shraddha, etc. Deva Pitrikarya Bhyanna Pramaditavyam. Like this. Entire life is like that, getting up in the morning itself, which way to turn the switch on. This is on here. In America, this is on. So purposely, America, they made it like that. There's a big logic, psychology to all this. These people left Britain, came to America, and then they decided we need to be different from Britain. And so, entire thing, they left overnight, everything is opposite. Britain on. No, America is different. America on. Britain, rule of the road is to go on the left side of the road. America is different. We will go on the right side of the road. That's it. Overnight they changed. They got a new identity. Amazing. This whole thinking is amazing. So, right, wrong. From getting up and doing the right way, wrong way. Everything is there. This is called Vidhi Pratisheda. Okay? All I said all this is just normal activity. But here Veda also has only Vidhi Pratisheda. Do it, don't do it. Rituals, what to talk of. From the start of the ritual to the end of the ritual, this is what you must do, this is how you should not do. Pour ghee, don't use left hand. Left hand. This is my left hand, okay? So left hand. No Vedic person will do a karma with their left hand. Even a left-handed person will not do with their left hand. Okay, that is how it is. Left hand means they look at you like this. They look at you, say, "What's wrong with this man?" So, right hand, and you have to pour it at a particular way. Indraya Swaha Idam Namama. That is when you have to pour like this. Even rituals, no doubt that there is Vidhi and Pratisheda. Dakshina also, Vidhi is there. Nisheda is there, what to do, what not to do, what to give, what not to give, how much to give. Everything is rule based. Rule based. Okay. Now look at this. This is called Vidhi and Pratisheda. And Shankara is saying, is going to say, and with Vidhi and Pratisheda, what do you get? You do karma. We do karma. And then I get something. I do something in order for me to get something. And so whether it is degree and all, it takes many years to get a degree. Or I'm hungry, I want to appease my hunger, no problem. There also you just go to the kitchen, do whatever you have to do. There's a right and wrong, don't do this, don't put too much salt, cut out the salt, some people less salt, some people little more salt. So the cook has to be a little alert and then make it with less salt, and then for somebody else would keep some salt on the table, etc. So all this phalam is there, kriya is there, phalam is there. I want phalam, therefore I do kriya. Very simple. This is action, result, action, result, action, result. Shankara is going to say two types of results are there. What kind of result? Either I can get the result in my life, current life itself, like hunger appeasement is current life, getting a degree is current life, having children is current life, not in next life. I want to have children now only, and I want my children to get married now itself while I am alive, not next janma. Okay, so all these things are this life, ihaloka phalam. Okay, ihaloka phalam, or there can be another type of result. The other type is what? Paraloka phalam. Those who believe in the Shastram believe in Paraloka phalam. These are only two kinds of results. Either the result is going to happen shortly or after some wait, after many years, or it's going to happen after my passing away. And there is a belief that I will get those results. Punyam, that entire punyam, dharma is called punyam. One meaning of the word dharma is what? Punyam. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. There the word dharma, not just righteousness, that is righteousness is one meaning. But then dharma gained is punya gained. Dharma phalam means punya phalam. Why should I want punyam? It is there in my account. Sometime later I can encash it. Without my knowledge, it will get encashed. That's called dharma. Dharma will fructify after death also. And this is called after death phalam. Either ihaloka phalam or paraloka phalam. Shankaracharya is saying, these first two boons that we talked about, that Nachiketa asked for, it comes in which category? It comes in either in ihaloka phalam, the first boon for his father. Father's happiness is right now while father is alive. Okay, I have come to a different world talking to you, hey Yama, but father is still there in Bhuloka only. And so for him, I want him to be happy. This wanting to be happy is a ihaloka phalam. Nobody says, I'll be happy. It's okay if I'm sad now. If I'm happy in the next Janma, it is okay. Nobody says that. No, I want to be happy now only. I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, what can I do to be happy now? This is the question. Okay, so this is first boon. Shankaracharya says, first the entire Ihaloka Palam. Whatever you list all the things you want, and then Ihaloka Palam that I want in this world, it is covered by the first boon. First boon is a representative of Ihaloka Palam. Then what about the second boon? Second boon is for those who want to go to heaven, and therefore second boon is representative of the Paraloka Phalam, Sarga Phalam. Whatever you want to have in a future life after death, whatever you believe in, all that put it in the category of the second phalam, second boon rather. So first boon and second boon will take care of the Ihaloka Phalam and Paraloka Phalam. This entire Kriya Phalam is covered by these two boons. Okay, and then so therefore then what is then third boon is arriving. He's introducing what the third boon is all about. Third boon has nothing to do with Ihaloka Phalam or Paraloka Phalam. It is not Phalam in fact. Phalam means Kriya, Karma, Kriya, action result. He's going to say moksha is not a result of any action. This is very important, because for some people moksha is a result of good karma only, proper karma, helping others, being a devotee of Narayana. Then after death I will join Narayana in Vaikuntha. This is a very important concept, and that is of course a karma phalam. That moksha is karma phalam. Yeah, but in Advaita Vedanta, moksha is siddha vastu. Atma is already muktaha. Atma is already free, and I need to know that fact, and therefore knowing becomes important, not doing and getting, not karma and karma phalam, but jnanam steps in. Why? Because Atma is Siddha Vastu, Atma is Mukta Vastu, Nitya Muktaha, always free, and therefore Jnanam walks in. When Jnanam walks in, Jnanam is opposed to Karma. Karma always has Karma Phalam, but Jnanam only reveals what is. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. When you hear the word 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, that statement, it doesn't make you do anything. Doesn't make you do anything. You just have to nod your head, yes or no. That's all you can say. Whereas if somebody says, keep the shoes outside the house, okay, then you have to decide something. Yes, I can do that. Or I'll just stay outside and talk. It's just 2 minutes. Let me say hello, and then I'm on my way. I'm walking. Okay, you can all these decisions you can make. But a statement like 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Okay, a statement like the sun is going to rise at 6:13 a.m. does not make you do anything. It's a fact. You can decide, oh, then I have to get up before 6:13 a.m. I have to take a bath, shower, etc. Be ready and do my Aditya Puja before sun rises, so that by the time he comes up, I'm ready to welcome him. That is your choice. But sunrise is at 6:13 means sunrise is at 6:13, a fact. So Jnanam reveals what is. That is the role of Jnanam. Whereas karma is action, and action is always centered on oneself, on the human being. I have to do whatever is asked of me. Vidhi and Pratisheda is done by me, and Karta is involved. Karta is involved in action. Whereas in Jnanam, Karta is involved or not? Tell me, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. What is your role in this? The child has to go to school, learn 1, 2, 3, ABC, spends months and months. Finally, one day the child comes and says, Amma, you know what 2 plus 3 is? I'll show you what it is. After so many years, it is able to understand 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. And then homework after homework. Parents are delighted. Oh, my son, look at my son. He is doing all this. He started doing arithmetic. Okay, so what is so straightforward for us takes so much time to know. Free will is there only to do the homework. But what is understood, there is no free will involved. It's a fact out there, and it is, you can know it, you can choose to know it, you can create the circumstances that create the environment for the child to know, like the good school, good teacher, etc. All that, there are all circumstances that the parent creates, but knowledge happens whenever it has to happen. That is why many parents are impatient. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, child is hardly 4 years old, and they want the child to get into IIT. So from that age, they are impatient. This child, the pressure is building. You have to learn all these things, and this fellow is still 2 plus 3. He is finding it difficult to understand, and IIT. He is hung up on something or the other. And but the helpless parents are helpless. Why? Because kartrutvam is not there when it comes to knowing. That's why helplessness is there. Everything else I can provide. I have all the money to buy all the books, all the calculators, all the gadgets I can buy for my child. But whether my child is going to absorb what the teacher is going to say or not is anybody's guess. Okay? That is why Saraswati Puja. We have to do all the puja. So she comes, Vaktre Saraswati Tishtatu. Okay? So this is the background. This is the background. Okay? Keep that background in mind. Okay? As we study this Bhaashyam. Okay? So let's see the Bhaashyam. Okay? Yetavad hi. Okay, I'm now going to the Bhaashyam. Okay? Yetavad hi avagantavyam. Avagantavyam is the verb there. Okay? Avagantavyam yad varadvaya suchitam vastu. Full stop. Okay? Avagantavyam, to be understood. Etavad hi avagantavyam. This much alone is to be understood. He is summarizing. Shankaracharya is summarizing this for us. Okay? This much alone is to be understood. And of what? Atikrantena. Atikrantena. Atikrantena means the section of Upanishad that we have just studied, that we crossed, that has been covered. Atikrantena. By what has been covered so far, this much alone is to be understood. And he's using more technical words that now you know what it is. Vidhi pratishedharthena. Okay? And what is that thing that has gone through? It is nothing but vidhi or pratisheda. Do's or don'ts. It comes in the category of do's or don'ts, which is karma kanda. Long ago we introduced the word karma kanda and jnana kanda. So Vedas are split into these two as far as we are concerned. And either it is karma kanda, means what? It is all about do's and don'ts. Or it is jnana kandam. And here he is saying vidhi pratishedharthena is karma kanda. And he is using the word what? Mantra brahmanena. Another technical word. Mantra brahmanena. Vedas have two, mainly mantra, brahmana, Upanishad. Mantra is also called Samhita. It is a mantra portion of the Veda. And brahmana is the prose portion of the Veda. Okay? And Shankaracharya is saying it doesn't matter whether it is mantra form or prose form, both are karma phalam related. Both are vidhi pratisheda related. And that is called mantra brahmana. He's making a huge jump. Look at that. There are two bones. Nachiketa has two bones. From there, he's jumping. He's saying, doesn't matter. He can ask 100 more bones. It doesn't matter. It is going to fall under this mantra or Brahma. It's going to be either Vidhi or Pratisheda. Correct? And mantra Brahmanena. And what portion that has gone through is using all these adjectives. Look at that. Yad vara dvaya suchitam vastu. The vastu, the things which are the topic of the varadvayam, which is the topic of the two boons that Nachiketa has asked, is all in the category of, you can put the entire Veda minus Upanishad, you can put the entire Veda in this category of boon number 1 and boon number 2. Correct? And then Shankaracharya concludes by saying, Na Atma Tattva Vishaya Yathatma Vijnanam. Na Vijnanam na. Yathatma Vijnanam na. Okay, Yathatmyam means what? The truth of what is. The knowledge of what is. Atma is. Atma Satyam. That truth. Okay, which is Atma Tattva Vishaya, which is the topic, which is the truth Tattva of Atma. It is not. What is not? Yad Varadvaya Suchitam Vastu, the first two bones, the topic is not Atma. Then what is the topic? Anatma. Anatma is the topic. If I want to gain Anatma, then I have to do something. Karma. Karma, karma phalam. Anatma is the topic of karma and karma phalam. Atma is the topic of jnanam. Look at how cryptic this statement is. Huh? And so, that is what he is saying. And he is saying, Ataha. Therefore, Ataha. Okay, Ataha. Ataha. Therefore, so there are many words used here. Pick the word Ajnanasya. Okay, Ataha Vidhi Pratishedartha Vishayasya Atma Kriyakaraka Phala Adhyaropana Lakshanasya Swabhavikasya Ajnanasya. Just circle that word Ajnanasya. Ataha Ajnanasya Nivrityartham. Nivrityartham. Just circle these words. Ataha Ajnanasya Nivrityartham. Okay, those three just circle, and these are the main sentence. Therefore, he's jumping again. Ajnanasya Nivrityartham. Because Atma is to be understood, and therefore, what has to be removed? Ajnanam has to be removed. Atma Ajnanam has to be removed. And karma will not work for that. Right? Karma and karma phalam will not work for the removal of Atma Ajnanam. Okay, and then why? He is now using many adjectives for Ajnanasya. That is the main noun, and using so many different words. Okay, Vidhi Pratishedartha Vishayasya. Ataha Vidhi Pratishedartha Vishayasya Ajnanam. Okay, which comes under the category of karma and karma phalam, which is Vidhi and Pratisheda, whose topic is either Vidhi or Pratisheda. Okay, and very another technical word, we need to look into it. Atmani Kriya Karaka Phala. Kriya Karaka Phala. Kriya and Phalam we know, we've used just now. This whole world of karma is going to be karma, karma phalam, or kriya, kriya phalam. Both are identical. Kriya is karma, action. Okay. Kriya karaka phalam. He is using another word called karaka. Karaka means everything that you need to accomplish what you want. Accomplish that act. Balakaha gacchati. Okay. Balakaha gacchati. Boy goes. Boy goes. Balakaha kutra gacchati. Balakaha vidyalayam gacchati. Boy goes to school. So going action is there. Action is going. First thing is who goes? Kaha gacchati. Suppose I say goes. Then you have to ask who goes. Balakaha gacchati. Oh, boy goes. Okay, boy goes. So karta. Somebody must be, karta must be there. For any action, karta must be there. Correct? Balakaha gacchati. Then where does the boy go? Balakaha vidyalayam gacchati. Vidyalayam. Karma. Karma is object. The minute karma is object, technical word, karma is object. Accusative case, right? First case is nominative, karta. Second is accusative. Correct? Vidyalayam gacchati. Then balakaha katham vidyalayam gacchati. How does the boy go to school? Vahanena. By a vehicle. Some vehicle. Either bicycle or scooter or car, doesn't matter. Vahanena vidyalayam gacchati. Instrument. Third case, instrumental, they call it, right? So tritiya vibhakti. All these are karakas. Karta, agent, karma, object, and then instrument. They're all called karakas. Okay. Why does the boy go to school by vehicle? For studying. Padhanaya. Balakaha vidyalayam vahanena padhanaya gacchati. For the purpose of studying. For the purpose. That is another karaka. Why? Why are you doing this? You have to have an answer. That answer is fourth case. Okay. Sampradhanam. It's technically called Sampradhanam. These are all karakas. These are all various things that are associated with any activity. Where does the boy go to school from? By vehicle? Well, that's obvious. The boy goes to school by vehicle for the purpose of studying from home. From home. Action always begins. So when action begins, you can always ask, from where? Where does the action originate? From. Panchami vibhakti. Another karaka. Like this. Okay? Where does the boy go to school? Nagare. Nagare. Coimbatore Nagare. In the city of Coimbatore, the boy goes to school for the purpose of studying by vehicle from his home. Okay? Nagare. Kutra. All these are what? Karaka. Okay. So anything, what I said is not new. I'm just couching it in a different language and using the word karaka. Shankaracharya has used the word karaka. The kriya karaka phalam. So the agent will use various karakas in order to do the kriya and in order to get that phalam. Kriya karaka phalam. Now the technical word is what you use. Adhyaropana lakshanasya. Adhyaropana lakshanasya. Okay. Akshana means characterized by. Okay. This vidhi and pratisheda is characterized by what? It is characterized by adhyaropana. Means superimposition. Superimposition of this kriya karaka phalam, this action, accessories and result, and that is superimposed on what? Atmani. Atma is free from action. It is akriya. Okay, it is not a result of any action. It is aphalam. And but then I project all this kartritham on myself. I project the karakas on Atma. Why? Because I am Atma. Fundamentally, I am Atma. And so Atmani, Adhyaropana means superimposition. Having superimposed all these karakas on Atma. Okay? And therefore, this Vidhi Pratisheda requires us to superimpose. Without a superimposition, there cannot be a do and don't. Because Atma is Akarta, but then I say I am Karta. That means what? I have superimposed Kartritvam on Atma. Correct? That's superimposed because Atma is essentially Akarta. In deep sleep, there is no Kartritvam. I am essentially Akarta. But then the minute I wake up, Ahankara comes. I first superimpose Ahankara on Atma, on myself. Then once Ahankara is there, then I wake up and then activities start. Every activity is superimposed on that Atma. That is what Shankaracharya is saying here. Adhyaropana lakshanasya. Okay? And then swabhavikasya. This ajnanam, okay, and which is of this characteristics, is swabhavikam. It is natural to all people. Natural, very natural. It is not special to any one or two people. No. Swabhavikasya. It's natural to every human being. Okay? And then another big word is using. This ajnanam is what? Samsara bijasya. This ajnanam is a seed for samsara. That akarta atma I have taken as karta, and therefore that big mistake I am making, and therefore he is saying that is a seed for samsara. Samsara bijasya. And nivrityartham, in order to remove that ajnanam, which is characterized by so many adjectives, vidhi pratisheda and kriya karaka phala adhyaropana and swabhavika, which is samsara bija, in order to remove that ajnanam. Okay, let's see what Shankaracharya says. Tad viparita brahmatma ekatva vijnanam. Okay, we'll stop with that. Tad viparita brahmatma ekatva vijnanam, and towards the end of the sentence, vaktavyam. After 3-4 words, you will see vaktavyam. Correct? Vaktavyam. Must be talked about, vaktavyam. What must be talked about? For the removal of ajnanam, ajnanasya nivrityartham, something must be talked about. What must be talked about? Brahmatma ekatva vijnanam. This equal identity between Atma and Brahma must be talked about. Brahmatma ekatva vijnanam. And what kind of thing it is? It is tad viparita. Tad viparita means what? It is opposite of everything we talked about so far. It is opposite of vidhi pratisheda. It is opposite of kriya karaka phalam. It is opposite of ajnanam. Of course, jnanam is opposite of ajnanam. Viparita means opposite. Opposed to. Opposed to. So this Brahmatma ekatva vijnanam, which is opposed to this yad varadvaya suchitam vastu, which is the topic of the first two boons, and therefore Shankara is therefore driving towards the third boon. Okay, and he's not done yet. He's saying he's defining this Brahmatma ekatva vijnanam. He's now defining further. And what is that Brahmatma ekatva vijnanam? Kriya karaka phala adhyaropana lakshana. Until now we know what it is. Until now we know what it is. Correct? Kriya karaka phala adhyaropana, we know. The superimposition of kriya, action, karaka, accessories, and phalam, result. Superimposition of that on Atma. Okay? Lakshana shunyam. Absence of that jnanam of Atma which is bereft of kriya karaka phalam. Absent kriya karaka phalam. Shunyam means absent. Rahitam. Okay, rahitam. And then what? And further, atyantika nishreyasa prayojanam. There has to be some benefit to all these things. This is not some academic pursuit for us. This is life or death for us. We are not studying in a university and trying to get a degree on Kathopanishad and other Upanishads. No. Why? Adyantika Nishreyasa Prayojanam. It Prayojanam Asti Atra. There is a benefit for this. And what kind of benefit it is? Nishreyasa Prayojanam. Shreyas. Shreyas. Shreyas means some benefit. Any benefit is called Shreyas. And here it is Atyantika Nishreyasa Prayojanam. A benefit that is Atyantikam, that cannot be exceeded. There is no benefit greater than this benefit. See, any benefit that we get through karma is what? Suppose you had dinner and then you had a nutritious meal, you say. Can you say this is the best, this is the most nutritious meal I had? Can you ever say no? Somebody will come and say there's a better way. I can give you 10 more ways of improving your nutrition. Okay? This is what? It is not Atyantika Prayojana. So anything can be improved. In the world of action and result, it can always be improved. Karma can always be improved to get an improved result. For karma, you can never say Atyantikam. But here for Jnanam, Atyantika Nishreyasa Prayojanam. That is the benefit of that. Vaktavyam must be told. Must be said. Okay. Shankaracharya is driving us towards that third boon. Okay. So, what must be said therefore? Karma is all Vidhi Pratisheda, but then there is something called Atma which is not subject to Vidhi and Pratisheda, and that must be talked about. If you don't talk about, then moksha itself is not there yet. Okay? And therefore, he is saying, Iti Uttaraha Grantaha Arabhyate. Iti, thus, because it must be Vaktavyam, that Atma has to be talked about, Ajnanasya Nivrityartham, for the removal of Ajnanam, must be talked about, and therefore, Iti Uttaraha Grantaha Arabhyate, passive voice. The later portion of the text is begun. Later portion of the text is begun. Later portion means what portion? You can divide the text into any number of 100 number of ways. Yeah, he's saying now is a good time to switch gears. He's saying switch gears. It's going to switch shortly. Nachiketa is going to switch the gears for us. And iti uttaraha grantaha arabhyate. Full stop. Okay. Now look. Tam etam. Everybody is with me so far, right? Some technical words. Okay, we are just, it's not very complicated. But we just need to Vidhi and Pratisheda. I just spent time to unfold these words. Not complicated. Do's and don'ts. That's all. The whole thing is do's and don'ts, he says. Now he is entering the topic of something which is not in the category of do's and don'ts. That's all Shankaracharya is saying. Okay. Okay. And moksha is in that category which does not come in the do and don't category. That is what Shankara is telling us. Okay. Kametam. Okay, we have not read this, have we? Yeah, let's chant that now. Who is next? Prasanna can be next. I'm just going through the screen here. Okay. Tametam artham
Tametam artham
Dvitiyavara
dvitiyavara
Praptya
praptya
Pi
ti
Akritarthatvam
akritarthatvam
Tritiya
tritiyavaragocharam
Atmajnanam Antarena
atmajnanam antarena iti
Akhyayikaya
akhyayat. Would you mind repeating that, please?
Akhyayikaya
Akhyayikaya
Prapanchayati
prapanchayati
Yataha
Purvasmat
Karma Gocharat
Karmagocharat
Sadhya Sadhana Lakshanat
साध्य साधन लक्षणात्
नित्यात्
नित्यात्
sorry अनित्यात्
अनित्यात्
विरक्तस्य
विरक्तस्य
आत्मज्ञाने
आत्मज्ञाने
अधिकारः इति
अधिकारः इति
तन्निन्दार्थम्
तन्निन्दार्थम्
पुत्रादि
पुत्रादि
उपन्यासेन
उपन्यासेन
प्रलोभनं क्रियते.
प्रलोभनं क्रियते.
Yeah. So he's continuing. So he said that we have to talk. So far the entire Karma Kanda is covered. Jnana Kanda has to be talked about because Upanishad is all about Jnana Kandam. It is not about rituals, it's not about Karma Kandam. And therefore he is saying, Tametam artham dvitiya vara praptya api akritarthatvam tritiya vara gocharam atma jnanam antarena. And then iti akhyayikaya prapanchayati. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Atma jnanam. You can pick that word. That's one word. Atma jnanam. Atma jnanam. Okay. And what is that Atma jnanam? Okay. Atma jnanam prapanchayati. Bring the word prapanchayati. Atma jnanam prapanchayati. Means mentions. Prapanchayati unfolds. Okay. Unfolds Atma jnana. And who unfolds? Shankara doesn't say. Within brackets you can say Upanishad prapanchayati. Upanishad. The Upanishad unfolds Atma jnana. Upanishad Atma jnanam prapanchayati. Main sentence. Correct? Upanishad within brackets. Okay. And what is Atma jnanam? Tritiya vara gocharam. Gocharam, topic of, subject of Tritiya varam. The Atma jnanam, which is the topic of the third bone of Nachiketa. Upanishad is going to prapanchayati, is going to say, okay, and then look at that. He is saying Tametam artham. Okay, this meaning that Atma jnanam is to be talked about, which is different from karma, which is vidhi pratishedartham. Tametam artham dvitiya vara praptya api akritarthatvam. Even after getting the second bone, dvitiya vara praptya api. Even after getting the second bone, hey, you can either get things in this world or you can get things in all other worlds. These are the only two possibilities available. And he's saying, even after this, getting whatever is to be needed in Swarga, okay, Atma jnanam antarena. Atma jnanam antarena. Without Atma jnanam, antarena means without. Without Atma jnanam, okay, this even after getting the second bone, akritarthatvam, lack of fulfillment. Without Atma jnanam, there seems to be a lack of fulfillment. Even after knowing how to go to Swarga and being with Narayana, okay, akritarthatvam means lack of fulfillment is there without the Atma jnanam. Atma jnanam antarena, with the first two boons, still there is lack of fulfillment, and iti akhyayikaya Upanishad prapanchayati. Why this akhyayika means what? By the story. This entire story is meant for what? This story, there is no Atma jnanam so far. It's a nice story, beautiful story, and Nachiketa is inspiring. But his inspiration is still of no use to us unless it takes us somewhere. Okay? And it takes us akhyayikaya. Through that story, Upanishad is going to unfold. is going to unfold. That without Atma Jnanam, all these boons are still useless. Some temporary use is there, some joy is there, no doubt about that. So much joy is there, but so much joy is there. After that, what? Chine punya matya lokam vishanti. Okay? After the punya is gone, then again karma, kriya, karma, karaka. Kriya, karaka, phalam. Kriya, karaka, phalam. Okay? Then look at this. Yataha पूर्वस्मात् कर्म गोचरात् साध्य साधन लक्षणात् अनित्यात् विरक्तस्य आत्मज्ञाने अधिकारः. यतः, since, यतः means since अधिकारः. Look at the word अधिकारः. अधिकारः means qualification. In what? Atmajnane अधिकारः. Who is qualified for this Atmajnana? A person who is looking to go to heaven is not qualified for Atmajnanam. Okay, not qualified. Because if I want to go to heaven, then I am still very much interested in karma phala and bhoga. I am still a bhokta. I am not ready to face the fact that I am essentially akarta and abhokta. Therefore, Atmajnane adhikaraha. Okay. Shankara is going to say, who is the one who is qualified for this Atmajnanam? Look at that. Purvasmat karma gocharat sadhya sadhana lakshanat anityat viraktasya. Viraktasya means viragi, one who is dispassionate. Viraktasya, only adhikaraha. Only the dispassionate person is going to be qualified for Atmajnanam. And dispassionate towards what? Towards what? Look at all these words. Purvasmat. Purvasmat means what was said before. What was said before? Karma gocharat. Okay. Karma gocharat means what? The topic of karma. Means the first boon and second boon. Means entire karma kanda. Karma gocharat. Okay. One who is dispassionate towards everything that is written in the Veda about heaven and all the great things that are there. Okay. And what kind of karma gocharam it is? Sadhya sadhana lakshanat, which is of the nature of sadhya and sadhana, means and ends. Kriya karaka phalam. Kriya karaka phalat, you can say, based on what we have studied. Okay. Get means ends. I must do this so I can get this. Then that result is exhausted. Therefore, I must do it again also. So, do it again, get it again. Do it again, get it again. Sadhya sadhana lakshanat. And what is it? It is anityam. Anityam. That's why we have to constantly keep doing stuff. Same thing. Same cooking. Occasionally Chinese food. Why? Because some change is needed, How long sambar, rasam and this dal, after a while, it's too boring. Then you go to Chinese food. Then there is one beauty of going to this Japanese or Chinese restaurant is you go there, and finally you come back and you're ready for sambar and rasam again. Because you can't have Chinese food every day. And it's expensive also. So you have to spend some money in order to realize, you know what? Home food is good food. Okay? Mother's cooking is good cooking. Father's cooking is good. Okay? Therefore, anityat viraktasya, one who is dispassionate towards whatever was talked about earlier, which is of the nature of sadhana and sadhya, which is of the nature of kriya, karaka and phalam. Okay? Iti tad nindartham. In order to critique, in order to show the limitation of karma, ninda means showing the limitation. Ninda has many meanings. Ninda is scolding also is called ninda. Okay, but here scolding and all doesn't apply. Ninda artha means to show the limitation of karma, to show that karma is anityam and there is something called nityam, which is atma, which is you, which is your nature. Okay, and tan nindartham, for the sake of showing those limitations, putradi upanyasena pralobanam kriyate. Okay, now we don't know the third boon yet. Okay, but Shankara knows it, so Shankara is giving that explanation. What is going to happen is Nachiketa is going to ask the third bone. Tell me about Atma. This is what I am interested. So we have covered father, mother, we have covered the rest of the world. Now we are coming to myself. Tell me about Atma. This Atma that survives death. Okay? And Yama is not going to simply answer that question. Yama is going to say that is a very complicated topic and people don't understand all this. So you ask something else. And I'll give you an example of things you can ask. And he's going to paint a big picture of all these kingdoms and food and life and as long as you want to live, all these things. You can have any number of children and all that. So putradi means children, etc. Children, etc., which is going to come shortly. And putradi upanyasena. Upanyasa means what? Upanyasa means somebody is giving upanyasa, means somebody is talking about, Mahabharatam, somebody is talking about Bhagavatam, all these things are there. That is upanyasa. Here, Putradi upanyasena, by painting a great picture of life and what a great life you can have, you can be Bhumau Maha Bhogayatanam, he says. On this earth, there can't be a person like you. You can live like that. Live like a king? No. Live like no king has ever lived. Okay. Live like a king is okay. But live like nobody has ever lived. That kind of life you can have, Nachiketa. Putradi upanyasena, by painting this great picture. Pralovanam kriyate, tempting. Temptation is done, passive voice, kriyate. Upanishad through Yama is going to tempt Nachiketa. Why it's going to tempt Nachiketa? Tannindartham. Hey, all these things are within the category of Kriya Karma, Kriya Karaka Palam, and to show the limitations of all that, which Nachiketa is going to show us by saying, thank you, you keep it with yourself. Nachiketa is going to use those words, thank you, keep it with yourself. Tavaiva Vahaha Tava Nritya Gite. All these chariots and all you mentioned that I'm going to get, you keep it with yourself. Tannindar. Okay, this is the next section is so beautiful, inspiring, and Uttaradi Upanyasena Pralobhanam Kriyate. Okay? Not complicated. Just some technical words, I wanted you to understand that. So once you understand these technical words, then it's fairly straightforward. It differentiates Anatma Vidya from Atma Vidya, Abrahma Vidya from Brahma Vidya. Okay? Anityat Phalat Nityam, not even Phalam, Nityam, Ajaha, Nityaha, Atma, Akarta, Abhokta. Here, Kartritvam is needed, Bhoktritvam is needed. If the Bhokta is not there, why should you go to heaven? Heaven is meant for enjoyment only. Therefore, okay, that much is being said here. We have a couple of more minutes. Why don't we continue with the Sambandha Bhaashyam of the next mantra? Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Lakshmi. Lakshmi, Kolari, is that the way to pronounce your name?
Yes,
Kolari. Okay. All right, go ahead. Nachiketaha
Chiketaha
Uvacha
Uvacha
Tritiyam Varam
Tritiyam Varam
Nachiketaha
Nachiketaha
Vrinishva
Pranishva
Ityuktaha San.
Ityuktaha San.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeyam prete
Yeyam Prete
Vichikitsa Manushye
Vichikitsa Manushye
Asti Tyeke
Asti Tyete
Ayamastiti Chaike
Ayamasti Chaite
Etat Vidyam
Etat Vidyam
Anushishtastvayaham
Anushishtastvayaham
Varanameshaha
Varanameshaha
Parastritiyaha.
Parastritiyaha.
Yeah. So now Shankara is giving Sambandha Bhaashyam to mantra number 20. Mantra number 20. What is he saying? Nachiketaha uvacha. Why Nachiketaha uvacha? Because so far Kaha uvacha. So far Yamaha uvacha. Yama Mrityu uvacha so far. And therefore now Nachiketa is speaking. Why? Because in the look at the previous mantra. What did he say? Second mantra is over. He Nachiketaha Tritiyam Varam Vrinishva. Please request for the third boon. Permission has been given by Yama. Therefore now Nachiketa is ready to talk. Therefore here Shankara is saying Nachiketaha uvacha. Nachiketaha is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Sakaranta Pullingam. Okay. Nachiketaha uvacha. Then Tritiyam Varam Nachiketaha Vrinishva must be within quotation. Tritiyam Varam Nachiketaha Vrinishva within quotation. Iti Uktaha San. Uktaha San. One who has been told thus, Uktaha San, means this Nachiketa, who has been told. What was he told? Tritiyam Varam Nachiketaha Vrinishva. Look at the previous. Tritiyam Varam Nachiketaha Vrinishva. 19th, end of the 19th, correct? Last portion, last quarter of the 19th mantra is just quoted again by Shankaracharya. Tritiyam Varam Nachiketaha Vrinishva iti Uktaha. Having been told thus, told that please request third boon, Nachiketaha uvacha. Nachiketa spoke. Okay. What did he say? This is the brilliance. Okay. Yeyam prete vichikitsa manushye. Manushye prete. When the human being becomes a preta, means when human being dies. Okay, preta shariram they say, no? So when the manushya shariram is given up and taken a preta shariram is a way of saying when the human being dies. Manushya mrite sati. Okay. Ayam vichikitsa asti. Ayam vichikitsa asti. Vichikitsa means doubt. Okay. This doubt is there. There is a doubt. People doubt. There's a doubt, it seems. After death, what happens? What happens? Asti iti eke. Some people say Atma survives. Asti. Asti means what? Atma asti iti. Eke. Eke means some people. They say Atma survives death. And then na ayam asti iti cha eke. And yet others, some others believe that na ayam asti. That's it, over. Life is over. Life is over. What is this? You're talking about next life and all that. Did anybody come and talk about next life? Have they seen the next life? No, nobody has talked. Vedas talks about next life, yeah. But really speaking, there is no next life. Gone. Now this is your life. Make it now. Enjoy life now. Enjoy now. Next life, whether you're there or not, nobody knows. And so don't break your head over all these things. And Nayam asti iti eke. Okay. Etad vidyam, this knowledge, etad vidyam, tvaya aham anushishtaha. I want to be taught this knowledge by you, tvaya. Very straightforward. Tvaya anushishtaha aham varanam yeshaha varaha tritiya. Nachiketa is putting a full stop. This is my third boon. That's it. Beyond this, I am not going to talk. I've asked the third boon. Varanam yeshaha varatitiyaha. Look at that question. Right? Some people say there is life after death. Some people say there is no life after death. Of course, this has to be elaborated a lot more, etc. This is a very brief statement. And okay. So, with that, let's conclude. Okay, we'll continue this discussion. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Okay. So we'll continue with this.